Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Campus Connections workshop. My name is Julian Paredes, and I'm a DHFYE peer coach, and I support the College of Natural Behavioral Sciences and the College of Business Administration and Public Policy. And today I am joined with.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ramel Tang Lao. I am also a DHFYE peer academic coach. I'm in my fourth year majoring in kinesiology with a minor in psychology, and I support students in the College of Health, Human Services, and Nursing. Thank you, Julian. So for those of you watching right now, here are some student learning outcomes that you'll get out of this Campus Connections workshop. So first off, we're going to recognize the different resources on this campus. There are many different resources that Julian and I use, and many students around us use as well, which are very beneficial as a student. We're also going to identify the advantages and disadvantages of joining different clubs and organizations. We're also going to learn how to use and navigate ToroLink, which is how you find clubs, organizations, and events too. And we're also going to get a little bit into the student centers, organizations, Greek life, and honor societies. And also, acknowledge how important it is to make these connections while we are in college as a student. And of course, how to use Handshake as well, which is awesome for, diving deeper into your career after college as well.
All right, so now we're going to get into our student centers. So one of the main, ways you could get into active on your resources is the Multicultural Affairs, which it celebrates and promotes diverse cultural experiences. As you can see on the list on the right, you can see all of the different resources that are available to you as a student through the Multicultural Network. And right there, you can see Rose Black Resource Center, Queer Culture and Resource Center, Toro Dreamer Success Center, and you could go on and see the rest of the list. And of course, there's an Instagram in case you all want to check them out and see about all of the different resources that are being held at CCDH. And also, the point of these specific student centers is to create high impact programs and be able to really empower you as a student to be able to know that you are supported no matter where you come from or who you are. You will always be supported and have someone and some type of resources to be able to back you throughout your experience here at Dominguez Hills.
Cool. Now moving on to the Rose Black Resource Center. So their main mission for this center is to improve the collegiate experience and educational outcomes of specifically Black students at Cal State Dominguez Hills by providing a network of academic, personal, and even professional support services as well. Just to help you, after college, like I mentioned earlier with Handshake too. This center aims to be a safe and welcoming space to all students, and it helps you grow and develop as a student here at DH. With lots of support from faculty, staff, and other students already. And as you can see, we have their email and Instagram there too, if you want more information or want to reach out to them too. We also have the Queer Culture and Resource Center, and they seek to improve the culture and climate for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and individuals, along with gender and romantic, spectrums too. It is really a safe space on campus to come together, find support, and really build those connections and relationships, with the queer culture overall. And we really want, everyone to get involved with creating like a space safe for everyone at DH, knowing that we are such an inclusive university here. And also they have their Instagram handle there too, if you want to give them a follow and stay updated with the latest information.
And we also have the Toro Dreamer Success Center, which really is active a lot on campus. They always hold a ton of events to help you, if this applies to you, to be able to find the different programs that are available through the community. And of course, be able to help you with advising or even like professional help. So, you could definitely be able to lean on these resources. They are always available on ToroLink. You could always see the different events that they're having to support you as a student. And of course, we also have our Women's Resource Center, which does have a lot of sessions that really does empower a lot of women. And they also have, Toro Food Pantry. If you're coming in person, they also have, free printing So definitely feel free to check them out. And feel free to check out both of these resources, their events on ToroLink, because they are always active and always have a ton of events. And of course, you can always be supportive of the events. You don't have to specifically be a part of that community, but you can always feel free to just join, and they're very welcoming.
Also, moving on to the Veterans Resource Center. So the Veterans Resource Center is specifically to assist military veterans, service members, and their dependents. They really want to support your success if you are a part of that group. And they have different support services in helping with financial aid, work study. They also have free printing on their center as well. So it definitely is a welcoming space for military veterans and those in that group who are looking to get academic support or professional development help as well. And moving on to the American Indian Institute, we also have such a inclusive space that specifically Native American family, or if you come from that culture or background, where they could welcome you in, learn about your culture, and really want to build this community in which other students can learn about your culture, try to find out what different similarities or differences we have with each other. But there are different, many different learning opportunities that they do provide over here at this center, and they really want to support you as a student as much as they can amongst your culture as well.
And of course, we also have our international student services. And this one really also has a lot of social events to kind of let everyone be able to come together and be able to, see the diversity within our campus. You can also see, just like how Ramel said earlier, I mean, like look at the differences and also be able to like learn more, because that's kind of what these services would like to do. So feel free to check them out. Their Instagram is right there. And we also have our older adult center, especially like if older students would like support, and they, even though they might be older than most of like the students here, they could still definitely be able to get their education, be able to still move forward. So there's still like a resource that backs them up. And we also have our Male Success Alliance, which really does help out with guys, to be able to be in a community that could really support each other, be able to uplift each other, and of course promote that brotherhood in that community. I know they have a lot of professional events to like help you be able to be prepared for graduate programs, professionalism, all of that. And of course they have mentoring that is that really does empower, especially boys and men of color. And some additional campus resources that we have. One of them is the University Advisement Center. And, this is basically home for you all. This is your advising home. So you have academic advisors that can specifically help you, as well as peer coaches. So, overall about the UAC is that, they have academic advisors that can assist you specifically with your graduation requirements, and your GE requirements. And especially since you are a part of the DHFYE program, you get a specific retention specialist that can assist you for your first and in the beginning of your second year. So you can get support from them. You could, if you ever have any advising questions, feel free to check them out. And recently we had our FAST workshops. So those FAST workshops were meant to help you understand how to read your academic requirements report, and also be able to know what's available to you as a student, specifically the people that are here to support you and back you up. And about the DHFYE program, so the Dominguez Hills First Year Experience program allows you to have peer academic coaches such as Romel and I, to support you, with any questions you might have about campus, even studying tips. If you want to ask us about how our first year went, you could do that. But we are not specifically advisors. We cannot tell you which classes to take, which is something that we stress, because we know like we're students like you all, but we can't specifically do that. But we are here to support you in other ways. We could lead you to the right people. And a part of the UAC also is the Transfer Toros program, which is a support system for first-time transfer students that are, incoming from different community colleges or just transferring in. Um, but again, also those peer coaches are not advisors, so they would specifically be able to support them with understanding how to adjust to Cal State Dominguez Hills. And we also have our California Promise Finish in 4 program and our California Promise Through in 2. The Finish in 4 program applies to freshmen who are coming and who would like to graduate in 4 years. With this program, you could get priority registration. You would also get exclusive access to all of the events that are happening on campus, specifically to help you develop for your career, such as interviews, interview strategies, and all of that. So feel free to check them out. And if you want to contact a specific advisor, Annette Clinsone is the lead advisor for this. And of course, you can inquire with her about this program if you would like to be a part of it.
Awesome. Thank you, Julian. Moving on to ToroLink. So as I mentioned earlier, it is an online website where you can find different events, student clubs and organizations at DH. And this has been, such a helpful, and beneficial resource for me personally. When I joined the club, it was honestly one of the best decisions I made at DH, just because I was able to meet, people with similar interests as me, network with professionals, and really just grow and develop as a student, as a person, as a whole. And as you can see, it has the events, organizations, news, and forums tab. Feel free to look through this as a student. There are many different communities who are looking, to build more members. There are many people who want to meet you as well. Many different events online and in person a little bit now. So feel free to explore through that. Julian, do you have any clubs you want to shout out for you?
Yeah, so clubs, it's mostly like a pre-law society that I help out a lot. They're pretty awesome. Feel free to check them out. If you want to go into being a lawyer, want to know how to do that, pre-law society is there to help you out. And yeah, anime club too. If you like anime, go for it, man. I watch anime, so yeah, feel free to check them out.
There you go. Shout out to those clubs. Also, the esports club too. A really good one to check out. I'm part of the Kinesiology Student Association Club. I'm also a part of Epoxy Kaplan as well. So many different communities, as I said, very inclusive, looking for new members. So feel free to reach out to them via email or their Instagram as well, which is provided here in the organizations tab.
And we also have our Office of Student Life. This is specifically, if you want to, again, like know how to be connected with clubs and organizations. And here is also where you can get support for creating a new club. They do have a lot of sessions online that could be able to help you, to be active, to be involved on campus, and to be able to truly be able to integrate yourself and be able to even like network and get to know others, as well as be able to meet people who have similar interests as you, just like how we mentioned earlier. So Office of Student Life is definitely here to support you with all of the different resources, like knowing like Greek life and all of that. And yeah, so feel free to check them out whenever you can. And of course, they're on ToroLink, and they also have their Instagram to be updated on things that are going on.
Okay, moving on to Toro Learning and Testing Center, also known as the TLTC. These services are actually online, which can be very accessible as a student and very helpful. We have different tutors who are previous students or students right now, or even staff faculty. They could definitely help you with any different class that you may be struggling in, or maybe need a little bit more lessons about. They're definitely here to help you. There's a link online to set up maybe an appointment with a tutor. Again, they are virtually through office hours, so it is very accessible to us. We also have the Writing Center as well, which offers a variety of different academic support. If you're having troubles with your paper, they can help you. They have a 30-minute one-on-one with you as well. They could revise your paper, help you draft it up, and finalize that once you turn it in for your professor. So these specific resources can definitely help you, be successful in these certain classes, pass your class. And feel free to let your colleagues know about this too, because this may help them in the future as well. So Julian, do you have any experience with these centers specifically? Because I've never used it, but maybe this is something I'm looking into.
Or yeah, so yeah, definitely. I personally have used like the SI specifically for Toro Learning and Testing Center, which is offered like through classes, which is something that they do. And yeah, it's definitely helped out a lot for me to understand. I know for math is when I took it, and it was really, really helpful to be able to learn, be able to get that extra study time, even within the same class and be able to get that support. Yeah, they truly do help you out a lot. They go in depth into the material, and the way that they could help, is through group setting, but also you could be able to learn how to teach that material too, which is very helpful. Something that I found that was very beneficial to me for my math class.
Gotcha. I believe from my English class, I was recommended to get my paper revised, but I think I declined. But maybe in the future, when I do take a class that was with a paper that has a deadline and a due date, I should be able to, get it revised and get that finalized as well. But moving on.
And of course, we have our awesome career center. This specific resource can help you with professional development for students, and also be able to really be able to expand your knowledge on different career related decisions, and knowing what is available to you as a student, like how you could get to your specific career that you want to go. So some services that they offer is like resume or cover letter help, also like having a career coach which could truly be able to help you with your job and your internship search. I know for me, I would like to be a teacher, so I went to the career center, and they also let me know about, like, how could I get there, um, and the steps to get there, which really helped me out a lot, and it's something that I'm currently working on right now. So you could do all of this through Handshake. That's how you would schedule your meetings and all of that. And yeah, they definitely help you. They really go in depth. And they also have a focus two assessment, so in case you don't really know what jobs you might be interested in or careers that you want to go into, this focus two assessment really helps you narrow down your skills to be able to know what are your strengths, what are possible career options that you could take because of your strengths. So it's available to you for free as a student, and it's really beneficial. I've taken it, and it's helped me narrow down what I would like to do in the future. So feel free to check them out. They are available to you as for free as a student.
Moving on to Handshake. So as Julian mentioned, this could help you with your future career, or current situation as well. They will offer, different, part-time and full-time jobs and internships that are nearby or near where you live as well, if you are remote. But it does have, different positions on campus as well. If you want to be your peer academic coach, that might be on there too. A student assistant for OSL, Office Student Life, they do have that too available. I see that a lot on Handshake. But if you are looking for a job or internship, Handshake is definitely the resource that you definitely want to, stay up to date with. And there also is, different, not only opportunities for, job internships, but also events and workshops that you could attend, which you can, network with professionals, which is very important when pursuing your career after college. And, it's definitely a great resource to look through as a student, just to help you prepare for your future and make sure you're doing, you're on the right track. You're checking off those boxes on that list. So make sure you access this through your student portal, which you can see on the left hand side on your MyCCH, and I highly recommend using Handshake.
And we also have our Student Disability Resource Center. This specific resource center helps you to be able to make accommodations to your classes. So, of course, if you have any disabilities, you could always be in contact with them. And of course, professors could also accommodate to you specifically. The way that you would register with the SDRC is that you would do it on your portal, so it is online. They do have it there, and you could actually fill out the application, and then of course you need verification for it. But it does help you be able to to still be able to learn. It doesn't matter, that's why they capitalize the ability, because you could still do it, you could still keep going. It doesn't matter what it is. You have CSUDH to support you, and to be able to help you be able to get to your goals.
Cool. And moving on to Greek life. So currently there are about 14 recognized Greek letter organizations at Dominguez Hills. And the first one actually that was an organization was actually founded at DH was the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, sorority, and that wasn't actually in 1984. But since then, organizations, Greek organizations, have been such an important and beneficial part of the Torah community as a whole. And all of our Greek organizations do require like a GPA requirement. So you do want to keep in mind with that. And they are like culturally based, and they have different fundraisers to raise money for their Greek life organization. And feel free to check this out as well. You are able to join during your second semester of your freshman year. So coming up for the spring semester, this is something that interests you, feel free to reach out to them. You can find them on ToroLink as well, alongside the clubs and organizations there. But if this is something that interests you, feel free to join one and make sure you do, meet those requirements.
We also have our honor societies. This is a great way to honestly be able to meet someone who has similar interests in in your majors. This is specifically for you to excel in your major, actually. So you can see right here, we have different ones like the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, or also we have occupational therapy. So all of these organizations, these specific honor societies, do help you be able to excel within your major. And of course, you need a minimum GPA, but it really does help you be able to network, which is a great way to be able to, in the future, if you want to be able to, like get a job and someone, like, hey, that's a way that you could get in. So yeah, definitely feel free to check out all of the honor societies. They're active currently on Toro League, so feel free to check them out.
So lastly, we do have SLICE, which is the Service Learning Internships and Civic Engagement. And they're basically a center who is, committed to facilitating, learning opportunities for students. They have, internships, volunteering, jumpstart early education, justice corps law, and a lot more that they can offer for you. And they really want to advocate, for campus contributions of, knowledge and skill, and being able to, give back to your community, while also learning something as well as a student. And they also support high impact practices for student success, including um, experiential learning and community-based research too. So this is something that interests you. We do have their Instagram and their link to their website too. And just to wrap things up, we do have a lot of resources on here, but feel free to pause through the video, write down these websites, Instagram handles, just so you have that accessible to you later. And reach out to them, get involved, and try to build your resume as well through all these different resources. So we just want to thank you all for watching this video and tuning in. Julian, if you have any last words for them.
Yeah, no, thank you for watching this video. And of course, we have important links in the description, so feel free to check them out and be able to, get connected and get plugged in, because even though we are slowly transitioning to in-person, we are still active. And of course, as time progresses, we'll be, hopefully fully back in person and fully involved. So yeah, feel free to check it out. Thank you all for coming, and have a great rest of your day.